I found a stranger in my bedroom. Where's my wife?
Silly, it's me. Don't you recognize me?
When I left, you weighed about 200 pounds.
I've been training 24/7 to surprise you.
My wife's new bed tricks shocked me even more. Where did you learn that?
Well, you know, my extra weight was hiding what I could really do. Ouch!
Maybe you should slow down with the gymnastics. With your chronic injuries, you need to be more careful.
But Betty never had any injuries. And the surprises kept coming.
Meredith, where is my money?
Sorry, you're mistaken. I'm Betty.
That crazy help only made me more suspicious. So I decided to do some investigating.
Peanuts? Yummy.
But my Betty had a peanut allergy. How do you know that woman I was with?
We gave Meredith shelter, and then she stole from us.
Where is my real wife then?
Big mistake snooping on me, darling. Betty and I look so alike that I decided to borrow her life.
Wait, I'll pay off your debt. But first, we need to get rid of my ex. Meredith led me to her hideout.
What the hell?
You obviously haven't experienced true love if you thought I'd so easily leave my wife for someone else.
You will regret this. Both of you will.
I don't think he'll have time for us.
My fiancé picked me up for a photo, but couldn't hold me and dropped me overboard. The people around laughed and pointed at me.
I don't need this embarrassment. The wedding is off.
I thought he was joking, but when we got home, Roger started packing his things.
When I proposed, I imagined how I would carry you out of the church in my arms. And now, I need a crane to do it.
Wedding chores stressed me out, and I started stress eating sweets and pastries. However, I had no idea how important my weight was to Roger. But honey, we've already paid for the wedding. Plus, we sent out the invitations. What will I tell the guests?
Tell them the truth. That is your fault, because you eat too much.
That was very rude of him, and I burst into tears. Then he took pity on me and said he would marry me on one condition: if I lost 40 pounds before the wedding.
Don't waste any time. You got 2 months.
Roger left and said he'd be back the day before the wedding to see me and decide whether he wanted to marry me or not. I immediately went on a diet and started jogging, but during the first mile, I had a panic attack. What if I don't make it? I was in my 30s. Who needed such a loser? When I came to my senses, I was already stress eating at some diner. That was when I realized that I couldn't do it by myself. So I decided to join a weight loss camp. They searched through my bags at the entrance, but no sweet stash was found. But they did Jack's. That genius turned out to be my camp partner.
You have to support each other because, trust me, You're going to have hard time here.
At first, I liked Jack. We had a similar issue. His girlfriend made him lose weight. But it didn't take long for him to smuggle chocolate bars into the camp. How? We were searched.
Yeah, but they didn't search my folds. Want some?
I was furious. How was that person supposed to support me? It was all just a joke to him, but my life depended on it. Jack truly didn't understand why I was there.
You look perfect. Solid 10.
That compliment slightly damped my indignation. After all, I hadn't received compliments in quite a while. But a few weeks in, that guy really started to annoy me. He constantly made me laugh during training and bothered me during workouts. Because of him, we were told that we could be kicked out of the camp. Eventually, I realized that it wasn't him who annoyed me, but the fact that things were much easier and fun with him than with my fiancé. One night, he woke me up and suggested for us to run away for a while. He took me to a restaurant. Is this a date? I'm actually engaged.
No, I have a girlfriend. I was just thinking that we deserved a reward for losing 15 pounds.
I felt so good with him like I never did with Roger. However, I pushed those thoughts away. After all, he had a girlfriend. And my wedding was coming up. Unfortunately, it was not possible to return to camp quietly. The commandant caught us and said that she had run out of patience.
This is not the place for someone who doesn't care about discipline.
I was desperate and begged them to let me back in. I was moving toward my goal to lose 20 pounds, but they didn't let us in. I will die alone because of you. I went back home ready to deal with despair. The only way I knew, by eating sweets and pastries. I would have to call a bunch of guests and tell them that the wedding was off. I didn't have time to do it because I was distracted by the doorbell. It was Jack.
I don't want you to die alone.
He got down on one knee and confessed that he fell in love with me during our time at camp.
You are perfect, inside and out. Marry me.
But what about your girlfriend? Jack confessed that he made her up and that he just cut out the photo of a girl from a magazine. He was ashamed to admit that it was difficult for him to find someone because of his weight. Roger came back the day before the wedding. At first, he didn't even recognize me because of all the extra pounds that were left in the past.
Wow, you did a good job and deserve to get married.
Yes, but not to you. I'm marrying a man who appreciates people for who they are and not how they look. It took a happy relationship with Jack for me to realize that being stress-free is better than any diet, and that being complimented instead of reproached helps us bloom like a flower. Remember, when you judge a woman by her appearance, it doesn't define her. It defines you.